If someone comes up to you and says, I can take your website, me by myself, this one person, this one guy or gal says, I can take your website and make you number one on Google, here's what I want you to do.
Run.
There's an old movie with Kevin Costner. It's called The Field of Dreams. And one of the lines that is the most famous from that movie is,
if you build it, he will come.
And you may think like, oh, I built this website, or I paid this team a ton of money to build this amazing looking website. But then you put it up and no one's coming to it. It's almost like you having a party and not inviting anyone and saying, why didn't someone show up? Well, that's the same thing with your website as well, too. It's like when you build that website, the important thing for you to do is start inviting people to the party. It could be in the form of content and making sure that your SEO is dialed in, or it could be PPC. So I want to talk about like your SEO for 1 second. Anytime we talk to a law firm or another brand, they always say, I want to be on the first page of Google. I don't want to be on page 2. That's the Google graveyard, where everyone wants to be number 1 and everyone wants to be on page 1. But my question is always this: are you willing to do what it takes to be number 1? And then once you become number 1, everyone's gunning for you. You know it, right? So if you are number 1 on Google, you're expecting people to come to you. You want to be able to earn the business, gain the business. You don't want to be on page 2. So here's what it takes to be number 1. There are so many different avenues to be able to help you rank better so that you can be on the first place of Google. And any SEO expert or anyone who is worth their salt, they're going to tell you it's going to take time. It's almost like the old George Harrison record.
It's going to take time.
There's going to be technical aspects of your website. There's going to be on-page aspects of your website, backlinks, your domain. Are people coming to you? Are they seeing you as a resource? Do you have relevant content? Are you changing your content often? And this is why I'm telling you, like, no one person can actually do SEO on your website, especially if you are in a competitive field like legal. For someone to say, I can take your website and make you number 1 over all these other competitors in the market. I'll go back to my original statement to tell you, just run. There's no way one person can actually make you number 1 on SEO. But the last thing that I'll say is, are you willing to put up the effort? If you're not, then you belong in the Google graveyard.